Everyone is saying, because Tesla just got a buff and her animation update, everyone is saying that he's the best 5-star archer right now. And I don't know how I feel about that. Because before his buff, he was a really good archer. Some would say he's on the same level as Ishtar and Gilgamesh. But now people are saying with his recent buff, he's probably better than Ishtar and Gilgamesh. I don't know how I feel about that. That makes me feel a certain way. I'm like, kind of want Gilgamesh to get a buff now because, you know, if we were going to be talking about best archer, it has to be the King of Heroes. And correct me if I'm wrong. Gilgamesh has gotten 2 buffs in the past, but he's never gotten a strengthening quest. He is the only Stay Night member, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, the only Stay Night member that has never gotten a strengthening quest. To me, that's very weird. He's gotten buffs. Again, don't get me wrong. He's gotten interludes that have given him buffs, but never strengthening quests. That's so weird to me. He's the King of Heroes, bro. He's the King of Heroes. He is strong. He's still a strong servant, but one could argue that Tesla was already strong as well. Again, pre-buff Tesla was already on the level of Ishtar and Gilgamesh, and I guess arguably Napoleon. But now that he got a buff, it's like, dude, what the fuck? But again, this is Lezengo we're talking about. Lezengo's been doing a good job lately. If they could go the extra mile and give me my Gilgamesh buff, I'm not going to suck their dick, but I'm going to give them a hand job, for sure. Most year 1 servants fall under this category. Year 1 and year 2 servants. When you look at his skills and compare it to anybody that came out within the past year, Gilgamesh's skills is literally dog water. At least give my boy Gilgamesh a buff, and I'll give you a hand job in return. But if you release Tiamat, then, you know, you're getting a BJ from me, man. Jalter, nowadays, probably not. I feel like Jalter has kind of dropped in popularity. Is that I feel like Morgan kind of took her place as the head waifu of Grand Order. Is that like an exaggeration? Am I spreading misinformation out there? I feel like Morgan is now the new Jalter. Nobody talks about Jalter anymore. I'm sorry to my Jalter fans out there, but it's kind of true. Which is cool. I mean, it's cool. Jalter was like the top waifu for a long ass time. For like 3 or 4 years. It's time we see somebody else step up to the plate. And so far, Morgan's killing it. Everyone loves Morgan. Jalter and Rishgal are still more waifu than Morgan. I mean, you know, I think in the grander scheme of things, in the wider picture, they probably still are. But I think over time, because Morgan literally just came out last year, so it's, you know, it could be recency bias. That's why she seems more popular than Jalter and even Rishgal. But I think, as the years go by, I think we're going to see Morgan. I mean, she might get a swimsuit this year before Rishgal. That would be crazy. She might get a swimsuit next year. I don't know, man. We got to see. Whoever gets a swimsuit between Rishgal and Morgan, whoever gets a swimsuit between them first, I think wins. Although Rishgal has been around longer, so it's most likely going to be her. I'm going to be very surprised if they release a swimsuit Morgan this year, but no Rishgal. If they do both, then damn, that banner or that event in general is going to be the most stacked banner in all of summer banners. Oh, Medusa summer form. Medusa and I think Medea, they need it. Still surprised that neither of the two haven't gotten a swimsuit version. Weird. They basically use Castoria to buff up more. I mean, you're not totally wrong, but at the same time, it's smart. It's smart. Castoria already pretty popular. Everyone used her. Then they bring up Morgan and then use Castoria as a tool to make Morgan even more popular. I mean, that's a smart play. That is honestly a smart play. So who's going to be this year's male summer outfit? That's another thing to keep in mind. Could be Oberon. Everyone loves Oberon. Obviously, he's made a shit ton of money. You know, he's from LB6 as well, which is, you know, every character from there just made bank, apparently. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Oberon, but, you know, we never really know. We never really know, you know what I mean? Hear me out. Medusa Lily, Ascension 1, Ascension 2 Rider, Medusa, you know, mid-form, and then Gorgon. Boom. Easy. Find all 3 together. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, listen. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys could visualize what I'm saying. Since this event is technically Saber Wars 3 prequel, who's going to appear in Saber Wars 3? I mean, probably another Arturia face, maybe? I mean, okay, let's think about this. Saber Wars 1. Like, okay, more ideas. Saber Wars 1. We got an Arturia face. MHX. All right, cool. Great. That's cool, right? Saber Wars 2. Space Ishtar. Rin face. All right, so we got a Saber face and then a Rin face. Saber Wars 3. Hear me out now. Sakura face. Space comma. Space Parvati. I don't know who the fuck they're going to do. Space somebody. That's what I'm saying. Male comma? Bro, that would be exquisite. Exquisite stuff right there. If they bring male comma into the game as a space servant. exquisite stuff right there. Or they could throw a curveball and instead of a Sakura face, maybe an Ilya face. Yo, you see what I'm doing there? Oh, you see Space Hitanai? What? Space Hitanai? Did I just come up with that? Did Lazingo just send me an email, a business email asking me to shut the fuck up and they will pay me for my ideas? Did they just send me an email? Oh, what? Do I have to reply to them? I'm just saying my ideas are great. My ideas are great. Don't even at me right now. That's true. There's a lot of Sakura faces, but they're all different. You know, they're all different flavors. You know what I mean? But I see what you mean. I mean, I still want to see a male Kama personally. But more Ilias. I mean, certainly people wouldn't complain about that. Certainly people wouldn't complain about that. Talking about Berserker AoE is a simple question. Morgan or Arjuna Alter? Listen. Arjuna Alter, Morgan. Both buster AoEs. Both have a NP charge, NP battery. Both have guts. You know, which one do you go for? Which one's better? Which one, etc., etc. The general consensus is if you want more damage, Arjuna Alter. Straight up. Arjuna Alter. If you want more damage, Arjuna Alter is the way to go. If you want somebody who's kind of a team player but still deals a decent amount of damage, Morgan, 100%. When it comes to farming, Morgan's just a lot better as well. Much more consistent. Much easier to NP spam. Granted, NP spamming with a Buster Servant isn't really that hard nowadays. It's double Coin Sky or Oberon or double Oberon and Coin Sky or whatever you want. Really not that hard across most busters out there. But Morgan's definitely, in my opinion, edges out more in general over Arjuna Alter. You know, you just reminded me. So one of my friends, and for those of you guys who follow me on Twitter, then you guys already know this. Link is in the description, by the way, in the pinned comment. But one of my friends who I've known since high school, since 2012, 2013, right? So somebody I've known for a long ass time, randomly downloaded Grand Order like 2-3 weeks ago. We were on voice call, just like shooting the shit, you know, hanging out, right? We were on voice call, and then I just hear Grand Order OST in the background. And I'm like, "Are you playing Grand Order? What the fuck?" And then she started it, and I'm just like, "Okay, that's random, but more power to you." And I was trying my best not to like freak out and be like, "Yo, don't do this, do this. You should focus on this." Like I just wanted her to just play the game without me influencing her, you know? I just wanted to give her space, don't want to scare her off. And she did her first multi-shot, you know, the first guaranteed 4-star multi-shot that you do in the game. And she got Nursery Rhyme, right? She got Nursery Rhyme at the beginning of the roll, and I didn't want to be a dick and be like, "Oh, you didn't really get that great of a servant. Nursery Rhyme's okay." I was just like, "Okay, you got Nursery Rhyme, that's cool." And then in the same roll, she got Hercules, and I was like, "You got Hercules and Nursery Rhyme, so you got 2 4-stars, and you got pretty much the best 4-star you could get at the beginning of the game." And then later on, she does a multi-shot, quartz multi-shot in like one of the White Day banners and got Ku Alter. And I'm like, you got Hercules and Ku Alter? The first, I'd say 5 singularities, you win. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. Like, literally nothing to worry about. And then later on, like later in the week, she was asking me, she was like, "Yo, what Lancers should I start training? What Assassins should I start training?" And then I was just like, "Dude, you have Ku Alter and Hercules. You don't need these other classes. These other classes do not do anything for you. You got Ku Alter and Hercules." And she also got Napoleon. She got Li Shu and Assassin. And I'm just like, why are you drowning in gold right now? What soul, what virgin did you sacrifice to the devil to get this luck? But yeah, no, she got a really good account. Like, I don't think she realizes how good of an account she has. Getting Hercules already puts you at a great starting point. But then getting Ku Alter on top of that, boy, you just bring a 3rd Berserker from support and you literally breeze through the game. Her account is pretty much better than my account in the first 6 months. Within 2 weeks of her account existing, it's already better than my account was in the first 6 months of me playing. If you guys could post the best tips that you could give to a beginner player, post it in the comments right now. Yeah, level Mashu. She doesn't want level Mashu. I'm like, yo, level Mashu, she gets really good later, and then she sucks when you get to the last belts, but that's beside the point. The thing about her, she wants to get every single character with white hair. She has like a white hair fetish. Every time she sees a white-haired character, she gets wet, her butthole starts sweating, bro. So like, she rolled for, I think, Jack the Ripper the other day, got absolutely doggy railed. Don't level skills unless you are absolutely sure. That's a good tip. That's a good tip for sure. I would say focus on ascending servants. I would expand on that, Ivan. I would say focus on ascending servants over leveling up skills. Generally speaking, it's much more worth it to just ascend servants before focusing on them on those skills. You could go on to those skills once you have a good number of servants trained, once you have your core servants trained. But otherwise, don't even focus on skills. It'd be like that. I managed to convince my new player friends to save for Castoria, but one of them hates Castoria. Listen, I don't care. Okay, fuck that. Fuck that. Like, all right, listen. I don't give a flying fuck how you feel about Castoria, Arturia faces, Saber faces. I don't give a flying fuck. If you aren't going for Castoria this year, if you are not at least trying, if you are not at least putting down 200 quartz and 50 tickets on her, then you're doing yourself a disservice, all right? You fucking suck at this game. Just straight up. You suck. I'm not good at this game. I want this to be perfectly known. I've been playing this game for 7 years. I still suck dick. I still make misplays. I still don't know half of the things about this game. But if you're not going for Castoria, there's something wrong with you. And I get it. I get it. If you don't want to get Castoria because maybe you don't like Arturia faces, all right? Maybe you have a personal vendetta against Arturia faces, Saber faces, whatever. But think of it like this. Let's say you're a Space Ishtar fan. Let's say you're a Musashi Berserker fan, all right? Let's say you're a Hokusai fan or even a Fion fan. I don't know. There's some Fion fans out there. But you don't like Castoria. You don't want to go for her for that reason. But your favorite servants, like Space Star, like who I just mentioned, will benefit greatly from Castoria. Again, even if you don't like her, go for her because she will act as an accessory to your favorite servants. So technically, you're not going for her specifically for her, but for your favorite servants. Think of it like that. She will elevate your entire account. To not go for her, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing all your favorite servants will look down on you. Straight up. You will have nightmares. You will wake up in a cold sweat. You will have diarrhea every morning waking up. Because like your servants are just cursing you, bro, for not going for Castoria. Even if you fail, at least you tried. At least you tried. I would say 2 is the NP2 is like the sweet spot. If you go for NP3, I'm not even going to put this lightly, all right? You're wasting your fucking quartz and tickets. Now, if you get 1 and then you get 2 from multi-shot, then, you know, you just lucked out. But if you're actively trying to get to NP3, you're wasting your quartz, you're wasting your tickets, you're wasting your money. If you actively go for NP4, same logic. NP5, that's when it starts to make more sense because then you could go to 300% NP. NP3 and NP4 doesn't make sense with Cast Arteria especially. NP2 makes sense because you could get to 200% easily. Otherwise, NP3 and NP4, you might as well go for NP5.